So it's a big day in the world of music. The Rock and Roll 2021 Hall of Fame nominees have been announced. Okay. So they announced 16 people, and I think either 6 or 7, it depends on how the voting goes. About 6 or 7 end up getting in. So 10 people will get the sorry, everybody, and not make it in. So here's I'm going to tell you what the 16 are, and I want you to pick your top 6.
Steel Panther.
Not there.
Okay.
Okay. So let me tell you who they are, and then I have to tell you a few facts that you need to know before you make a decision, okay? Okay. So the 16 are Mary J. Blige, Kate Bush, Devo, Foo Fighters, The Go-Go's, Iron Maiden, Jay-Z, Chaka Khan, Carole King, Fela Kuti, LL Cool J, the New York Dolls, Rage Against the Machine, Todd Rundgren, Tina Turner, and Dionne Warwick. Okay? 7 of these 16 acts feature women, which is a really big deal for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Okay? Because that's one of the reasons why they opened up the categories more than just rock and roll, because there were no women. So they needed to have more women. That's how, like, Whitney Houston got in. 3 of the nominees are already in the Rock Hall, okay? But not for music. Well, for music, like Carole King. She's in there as a songwriter in the non-performer category. So now she's being recognized as Carole King, the singer. Tina Turner was inducted as part of Ike and Tina Turner as a duo act. And Dave Grohl is in as part of Nirvana.
But not as Foo Fighters. Yeah.
Not as the Foo Fighters, because you are not eligible until you've been in the business for 25 years, until the act has... since it's been 25 years since your first commercial release, then you're in. So the only 2 acts I mentioned that are actually, it's 25 years right now, are the Foo Fighters and Jay-Z. They're the only 2 that are now eligible for the first time. The Go-Go's are the first all-female band to top the Billboard 200 while writing their own songs and playing their own instruments. Iron Maiden, Mary J. Blige, Afrobeat pioneer Fela Kuti, and the iconic Dionne Warwick have all been around a lot longer than 25 years. Let's see. Last thing you got to know is that LL Cool J has been inducted before. This is his 6th nomination, but he didn't make it in. And Chaka Khan, this is her 7th nomination. She's still not in.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wonder why.
Because when the voting happens, remember, so fans do get to vote, but it doesn't have a lot of weight. It just, I guess, if they're deciding between one person and another, then they'll go to the fan vote and see, like, oh, I guess we'll put in so and so because the fans really like them. But for the most part, it's a committee of people.
It's 25
in the industry.
People that vote. I choose people differently. They have to have done something great or changed a genre of music to make it into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like the Go-Go's. The Go-Go's is a perfect, yes, they need to be the first one in.
Right.
They were punk. They crossed over to pop and did it brilliantly, and their songs were amazing. So, yes, they should be in.
Right, and I think also because, like I said earlier, they wrote their own music, they played their own instruments. You know, they weren't like a boy band that were hired and somebody else gave them music and instruments and then auto-tuned them in a back room. They were actual musicians.
Right, and damn good musicians.
Damn good musicians, exactly. Belinda Carlisle is amazing. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to pick the New York Dolls because they did start a genre when they came out. They were glam before glam was even a thing.
You're right about that.
So they changed. A lot of bands wouldn't be where they are now without the New York Dolls coming out and doing what they did.
Yeah, and New York Dolls gave us David Johansen, by the way. And it's interesting you say that because I have interviewed artists in the past, bands, and I've said, who are your biggest influences growing up? And everybody always says the New York Dolls. They seem to have influenced. Yeah, they influenced a lot of music that you like right now. Jack White from the White Stripes has said, like, if there was no New York Dolls, like that was the first time he was like, oh my God, what is this?
Right. So I put them in there. So that's two. Rage Against the Machine has to be in there because they created this rap rock against the man band that was just, to this day, stands up.
Yeah, that's really, really good. I like your reason for Rage Against the Machine, because I was sort of like, I wasn't sure about it. But then the more I thought about it, the more I realized, like, Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine is a really important artist because he's also an activist. Remember I think he went to like Harvard. Yeah, he went to Harvard. He's super smart. He's more than just an artist. Like he's really iconic.
I can't plead the fifth because I can't plead the first.
Right. Oh my God.
I mean, that lyric alone, I can't plead the fifth because I can't plead the first, gets them in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Right. Yeah, no, they're pretty brilliant. Like I said, I mean, Tom Morello he's an icon. If you don't know anything about him, go look him up and just follow everything he has done over the past like 20 years or 15 years. He's really an amazing, smarty pants, amazing person.
All right. Then I'm going Todd Rundgren.
Really?
Yeah, because he should be in just for producing alone. He's an awesome producer, an awesome guitarist, awesome songwriter. He's done so many things. He produced Bat Out of Hell.
Oh, I didn't know that. Todd Rundgren did?
Todd Rundgren was the one person behind Bat Out of Hell. And later on in his life, he joined the Cars as their lead singer.
Get out.
Yeah, he's done a lot. Iron Maiden got to be in there because they're Iron Maiden. And I'm going to have to pick a chick, so I guess I'll pick Mary J. Blige.
Why would you pick Mary J. Blige? You need a reason.
I think she did open the door for a lot of other artists. Would there be Cardi B without her? Would there be Megan Thee Stallion without her? I don't think so.
Yeah. Right.
So I think she opened the door for a lot of people.
Yeah. Okay. I go with that. Like that's pretty good. But I think you have too many men and too many rock. I mean, the Go-Go's. Yeah, I would not put in Iron Maiden. How do you not put in Jay-Z?
Okay, let's take two rappers that are on this list: Jay-Z and LL Cool J. LL brought way more people into rap than Jay-Z did because he was there first. He was one of the first. I think would there be an Eminem without an LL Cool J? I don't know.
No, there wouldn't be an Eminem without LL Cool J in some way, but it's not about that. It's about your music and what you've done with it. Starting Tidal and taking his music, owning his own music, owning his own music streaming service. That kind of stuff is iconic. The fact that his music, one album after another. I mean, American Gangster, The Blueprint, Watch the Throne. It was like one after another was just a platinum. The music he put out, he was really speaking to a very wide variety of his generation.
Okay.
Because he wasn't only talking about the experience of him as a New Yorker in the Bronx or New York City. He was really speaking to people of the Gen X generation and what we were all experiencing at the time, even white people who had a feeling for what black people were going through. You know what I mean? Like he just, I think he really captured a generation. He really captured what was going on at that time politically. I mean, he's just a genius. You can't say that LL Cool J, he's good. He's no genius.
No, LL Cool J introduced rap to a boy in St. Joe, Michigan, who went, "What the hell is this?" That's what LL Cool J did. Where I sat back and went, "I love this. What is this? This is something called rap. Wow." That's what LL did. He brought it to the masses before anybody else did. Him and Run DMC.
I don't think so. See, I would argue that Jay-Z did a better job of bringing rap to the masses.
No,
LL Cool J brought rap to an MTV generation, but not the masses. I think Jay-Z is the one who really made it cool to like rap music no matter who you are. male, female, any ethnicity, any age. I went to go see Jay-Z on my birthday, not last year, but the year before. And I was really surprised. I didn't know who was going to be at the show. I was like, am I going to be the only person here over the age of 35 who's white? No. I mean, it just people with ears, like you say, that's who listens to our show, people with ears. Same thing in a Jay-Z show. It was largely African-American, but not really. I mean, certainly not in New York, it was just, he really appeals to, there was like a 10-year-old kid in front of me.
And I'm going to bitch about your boyfriend because your boyfriend put Devo on a list, and Devo had one song, tell him to go back to bed.
He loves Devo and he loves Steely Dan. Those are his trigger words. So if he hears Devo or Steely Dan, he's triggered. So you can't talk logic to him.
I got 2 words for him. Whip it. That's it. How are you going to put Whip It against LL Cool J? Or even Tina Turner. You can't. Joe, love you, but no Devo. Devo's not making it this year.
Except for the fact that Mark Mothersbaugh is a pretty important musician. He had, not only did he do Devo back in the day, but as you know, he has done music for films for Wes Anderson forever. Bottle Rocket, Rushmore, The Royal Tenenbaums. He composed the Lego movie music, Rugrats, Pee-wee's Playhouse. It goes on and on. I mean, Mark Mothersbaugh has done so much music for so many people for such a long time. Like, there's songs that you are walking down the street singing in your head. You're like, who wrote this? Mark Mothersbaugh wrote it.
Okay, so I'll put 2 bands together that are kind of similar, Devo and Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden will sell out a football stadium today. Devo will sell out my backyard today.
Right. Okay.
So there you go.
No, I'm not arguing. I don't think Devo should get it. Look, Devo does not belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. They do not.
After Devo plays Whip It, you're done. You can leave. You can go home.
Oh, no, I like their version of Satisfaction.
You're not waiting around for it. If it's either you heard Whip It and now you can leave and beat the rush to the car, or stay for Satisfaction. You're not staying for Satisfaction.
Okay, that's pretty much, yeah. I guess you're right.